Well, folks, here we go again. Um, let's hope we've got no building lag and plenty of good stuff to go. I haven't yet seen that this stream has showed up over on Twitch. But, oh man, now I did it. Home or browse. That's fun. Okay, there we go. And now we can play the old county game. Not too bad. Here we go. I'm going to click 1,000, 1,000. Very good. All right. So, fingers crossed, we don't build more lag as we go. Again, if you are lurking, I appreciate it, and sorry if there was a disruption there. If you're watching on the VODs, this we just pulled about 30, 40 seconds of the very small rocks were honestly it was probably a couple minutes, but it felt like the lag got significantly worse between what I'm seeing in the game and what was getting processed through Twitch. We seem to be much closer back on. So if you want to say hi in the chat, at least for now, I should be better able to respond to you. Well, that being said, the world still hasn't loaded up, but it's kind of I don't know. I struggle to really. I mean, there's there's something going on with OBS that slows all that down. I'm sure it's a resource thing going on with the laptop. I say, oh, I struggle to understand what's going on. I mean, I think it's just the fact that I'm on a laptop running a new version, and usually this kind of stuff does get cleaned up. What I don't want to have to do um, is start looking at additional stuff like Optifine to keep us just functioning, right? That's too much. Um, we changed some of this, right? Here we go. Let's get another pick, and this is what we had run into the previous episode. We were down in the old mines and ran into a bunch of andesite and diorite, right? Before we could get enough cobble. And let's put those away. These are going to come back over with us. And if you missed out on the previous VOD, well, now, yesterday's long VOD, 5 hours or so, um, recommend it. It was this world has had the best start I have had in a long, 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 long time. Oh, Jiminy Crickets, right? I was gonna not be as sappy smooth, and that really is usually a thing that actually bothers me quite a bit. I hate when people feel all superiority because instead of swearing, they say like some different cleaned up little version of a word and then try to be all high and mighty about, oh, I don't swear. No, but there was the commercial, was it Quizna? Not Quiz, Mentos, um, where they were joking about people cleaning up their language, right? And it was like, shut the front door, French toast, right? And they're basically making fun of the fact that you could imagine those could easily be swear words. And oh, there's the buzz. Come on, you guys might have to just deal with this because I don't want to. We're staying pretty current right now. I don't want to walk away and mute. Oh, dude, not there. Get there, 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 there. All right, we are back on schedule. Not really, but it's fine. Um, yeah. So that was kind of fun and lighthearted, and I we all do it. I think, right? At least I hope so. If you can't discern the proper time to kind of clean things up because there's kids around, or it's grandma's birthday party or something like that, and she doesn't appreciate you talking like that. You got to know the room and respond to the social situations that are going on. Um, I've said many times, the YouTube channel, whatever I put over there, is more or less a PG 13, right? I'd like to keep it kind of clean, because I know the game is out there, and just because you're younger and don't feel like you need to be exposed to um, a construction site or a college locker room's dirty jokes and all that, or are just so sick of being saturated with it. I think that's very understandable. And I think it's okay to have communities where you can come in and talk and not just be shouted down by a lot of people that think they're really, really hot stuff because they can say things like, um, you know, I don't mind, and it's Twitch here, but if you really can only come up with saying shit or um, something like that to express yourself, well, maybe it's time to pay a little bit more attention in English class, right? Um, Not that there isn't a time and place. Like I said, I think it's all in context, and you're not going to offend me at all if you do use those kind of words, because I've certainly been part of sports teams and college friends and all that kind of stuff. Where, yeah, still to this day, if I'm hanging out with my friends, yeah, we'll tell jokes and all that kind of stuff that I know them face to face. I know how they would react and have a lifetime's worth of experience. I don't know that all of you, and you don't know me well enough where we have that kind of relationship. So at least from my side, I kind of want to try to respect you, and at least have a degree of civility where uh, I don't feel like I'm using language to try to make this appear like it's something that it's not necessarily. If that makes sense. But I still just real life. Um, I think the cringiest thing ever, and I know I've talked about it before. Once upon a time, I had a coworker, and she would say "oh sugar," right, and she meant "oh shit." That was her deal, and she would say it so emphatically, and in school, in work environments, all that kind of stuff, where you're part of a team, you're working with other people, or just in an environment. You may not work that closely with them, but proximity wise, right? And at that time in that job, I was kind of working at a cube farm, right? I think she was sales of some kind, or some kind of account management, that kind of deal, right? And really inflated view of her own importance in the world and how things worked. And again, just like with the oh sugar thing, she would she would come or try to do all the things to say and act as if she was nice, but you could tell when you're sitting, you know, unseen, but hearing every little exclamation and everything like that from a person over weeks, months, all that kind of stuff. You know when it's genuine or not, right? When it's just oh, I got in from the front door and passed everybody on the way to the coffee machine and uh, did the niceties, but now that I'm sitting down, I'm talking on the phone with other people. I'm talking about how frustrated I am to be in the office and all that kind of stuff. It's just like, what's the old saying? If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. I think that's true. You gotta kind of be aware of the surroundings. But this particular person, um, again, she was in some kind of a sales account team, something, and I've always been in kind of the more technical support. Definitely got into more uh, the business side of that and the customer relationships going along with it, rather than just being a pure tech guy. As you can maybe tell from these videos, I don't mind talking. I don't mind getting sharing my thoughts and perspectives, and hopefully doing that in a way that's pretty receptive. And certainly in terms of my uh, you know experiences in that type of a situation, I know customers appreciated the fact that, oh yeah, you're there. And again, that's kind of the situation too. You guys who may be a bit younger, still in a school thing, you know that the way you talk in the hallways isn't necessarily the way you're going to talk to your teachers, right? But some teachers, to maybe startle you a little bit, or show you that you're growing up, show you that they consider you a bit more adult than maybe your teachers in the past. The changes from primary or grade school to secondary school, middle school, junior high, that kind of stuff. There is a little bit of a change, right? In the youngest experiences most of us have in school, the whole deal, your teachers generally, and it certainly wasn't. I don't know what it is today. I have no idea, but um, generally, your teachers are a little bit of that surrogate parent, right? We all can remember, no matter how vaguely, that first day of school, and the trepidation. You're no longer at home, and whether I think nowadays it's maybe a little bit easier because there's so much more like daycare and that kind of stuff. And for me, I remember back to when we had things like nursery school, where until we went to kindergarten, which was half day, and before that, and this is probably in the, oh man, I don't know, 4 to 5 years old, and then 5 or 6, kind of depending on when your birthday falls, is when you kind of get started. Does that sound right? I don't know. Tell me, I may be way off base, but that seems like about it. You're not ready for real school. You're not ready to be interacting with a bunch more kids in a really big environment. But it's kind of like, oh, I don't know. In the United States, they're all changed, right? Kinder care. That's more of a daycare, less emphasis on learning. But I think, aren't there like Montessori, pre-K, and that's I think what they call it kind of universally now is pre-K instead of nursery school or something like that. Um, uh, there's like a petite academy or something like that. I don't know. These are the buildings you drive by, right? And you're like, oh yeah, all right, they got that going. So I think there are a lot of those opportunities still, but when you're starting out like that, you're basically getting what's a hybrid of um, a parent or a babysitter. And yeah, you're learning how to sing and finger paint and some of those kind of things that maybe are not real not real practical for younger kids to take on at home if parents don't have the space, all that kind of stuff. Just having an easel and that mess that goes along with it, right? In uh, a school type setting like that, you can set up the art and know it's going to get messy today. They're all going to be finger painting. We're going to have smocks to put them into, and then hand washing pails before they ever move anywhere beyond. And if paint drips on the floor, that's fine, because not only do we have little tarp things to put down, but the whole floor is stain resistant, whatever, and we'll just run the floor polisher over the top of it afterwards, and it'll all be good, right? All right, we've got a lot more. I think we've got enough more. I shouldn't say a lot, but enough more cobble. Let's sleep. Also, I um, went for tea today. I mistakenly had leftover coffee, and I weighed it very carefully, and it like whenever I got done streaming, I was like, I don't know, because I was so caught up in this world, I didn't drink it. I didn't go break and get the second cup. So I did have it in that evening time before I went on my walk, and I still was feeling it through the night. Because, like I said, I stayed up and worked on the world a little bit, and then went to while I was doing that, I was watching um, Arrested Development. Speaking of growing up and kind of right age and attitude and stuff, if you haven't or have ever considered it, um, Arrested Development is absolutely one of the top notch shows. At least for me, maybe it's time and generational, but um, I think it predated like The Office and all that, and it was so well done. And you kind of forget how many great people were in it, either getting their starts or expanding their careers from what they had been to something much bigger, just because of it. But the cast that was put together worked so well together as this dysfunctional family. Really good. But I could see how if you're still kind of in school, it may not click too much. Maybe be like, what? What's going on? You'll get laughs. There's certainly a lot of stuff in there that has laughs for everybody. And Modern Family, I think, similar, a little brighter, right? It's not so dark as and Arrested Development isn't dark. It's not over the top, where sometimes you have a dark comedy that um, that there's horrendous stuff going on, and you're kind of left to laugh because there's nothing else you can do. This isn't that. This is family dysfunctional. You're laughing at them, not so much with them, because they are making such a botch of getting through life. All right, so we want 44 fence pieces. I don't know how many this is going to get us. 42, of course. Come on. Why? I'm not trying to make those difficult. All right, so we got enough of all the pieces down here, back over to the boat. Kind of do think I want. Oh, what do you got? Give me something good. We could start planting mangroves trees. Now, I don't know if that's going to get us the recipe or anything like that. Um, how bad do we want the boat with chest? I think we want it, right? How many emeralds do we still have in supply? We were just looking at it. I know we bought the sword kind of towards the end of the episode. Just a little sidetrack here. Oh, dude. Up. Course 4. All I want to do is plant my sheep. Pal? I don't know that I want to plant them. You guys know what I mean, though. going to get them all. And do I really need to go all this way for the seeds? Probably not. Is there any wheat? This is why I need... Actually, we could do this. Well, I can't do it here. I'm not going to waste time. Let's get all the way over to here, away from the dirt. Pick that up. Um... 2 stacks. How many stacks of wheat do you think he wants to buy from us? I remember when I had that hoe and I put it away. I really wasn't intending to dive into this quite yet. Can't really see the pumpkins yet. Okay, those are all good. We'll spare ourselves the potatoes for now, although those will definitely come in handy, and we had talked about wanting to at least get those going for more food until our cows are really... Ooh, look. Fun. Wow, looking pumpkins. Looking good. Oh, that one was me, that little double click thing. Just trying to get through here. Alright, and our farmer buddy in the thing. I guess we got this other field over here. There's so many fields tucked around. Kind of feels like this should be modified a bit. Oops. Got so excited. Couldn't help myself. Alright, now let's go find our little guy stuck in his thing. He's got some buddies in there with him now. Hopefully we'll still be able to single him out. Looks like, oh no, there's another one joined him. How do they even get in here? They must go up. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And I know they end up in those kind of things just standing, like that one down there sitting in the middle of the open, but kind of annoying. Alright. That's all the wheat you want. Oh, now he should reset. And there's our melons. We haven't grown any of those. I don't have any more pumpkins. Alright, but now we do have enough to get these mangrove things. It will be kind of an ultimate slap if... Shut up. Are you telling me of all the times and all the annoying wandering traders that we have to deal with, we finally get one that shows up in a game at a time? There he is. That we actually want to trade for stuff, and he disappears? I don't think so. Wow, that you gotta be hard up if you want to buy a wheat seed. All right, so we've got 12, and I think we will... One of those. This feels like more of a crapshoot. I mean, we'll find a jungle, right? Right? This potentially gets us the boat. So let's do two of these, and we know less about it. What I don't know, is whether. Let's use our new stairs. Whether. Now we got a lot of these. Did I pick up those others? So what, the 12 represented all that? Oh, man. All right, sleep. Huh. I still thought we had the 4 or 5 left back over here. One thing I do want to do is got a few slabs here. Need at least one more. Alright, does that. Not quite, but 3 composters. I don't have anywhere close to making hoppers yet, but I think I'd like to try putting these away from. Oh, putting it in our way, but away from the villagers so that I can try to get some bone meal going. I don't even know if we have bones, honestly. Just seemed like a really good idea. Felt like maybe we had bones, but this is the big problem with too many different worlds going on. Out there, I don't even think we have a bone. It was a good idea. We're ready for it. I really was just looking for something to do with all these stupid seeds. Um, did we leave feed wheat over there? Let's take another stack of that. I don't know if these things are going to grow, what we have to do with them. That's part of why I was willing to buy some, just to kind of try to learn. So, and they may need mud, right? We've got all those mud blocks and all that, so this may have been a bad purchase, but let's see what those do. Now, we'll for science, right? Will either one of those grow? Who knows? But I would love, with the ocean right there, I'd love to get the boat with chest option going. And back over here, speaking of boats, we should go get the leads from that dude. Alright, all of this stuff. Why did I guess I wanted to protect my few potatoes. We should harvest those back up too, right? Alright, a little phlox fowl. Pop. And moo cows. Everybody's kind of off their cycle. It's alright. We'll get them next time. Can't do anything with you guys, but we can now set up this. Oops. That's a good way to fill the inventory. Can now set up this first sheep pen. And I may throw. I think there's like a gray one over there. There's a couple colors scattered around. They may all get commingled here to start. But eventually, good. Why was that so far from what I thought I needed? Oh, because I was counting the blocks. It's 44 for the blocks around the base, so you take eight out of there. Oops, my bad. And we'll clean up this little corner. In fact, it can come well back just to be nice and safe. And like I said, future expansion plans anyway. Not gonna hurt. Alright, now there were sheep many places, but I think there were some contained down on this point, right? Let's try to get them first, if they haven't already disappeared. That looks awful. I hate the elevated shoreline stuff. Alright, well, if there were sheep there, they are now moved on to happier pastures. But we'd like to bring them out of pastures into safe paddocks. Can sheep be in a paddock? Listen, I told you guys I got over a head cold. Oh, this was from the walk last night and the various allergens. Oh, you know what I watched before I got to? Hey, dude. Before I started watching Arrested Development, I watched. I don't think I'd ever. I probably knew it existed at the time. It sounds like it got just awful reviews, but I thought it was kind of funny and cute. I'm a big Bill Murray fan. Uh, in a career as long as his, there's some clunkers, I'm sure, and I didn't think he was primarily very good in this. Not much was being asked of him, right? He's kind of the well, story Osmosis Jones is about the inside of this basically what amounts to this young girl's dad who eats terribly, doesn't exercise, doesn't wash his hands, just all the stuff. And basically, he's getting sick. But three-quarters of the movie probably is animated, and Chris Rock, um, the guy that was Niles Crane, I don't know, I'm terrible with names, from the show Frasier. He also was Sideshow Mel, right? Because Sideshow Bob was Kelsey Grammer, and this was the brother, and they also played the brothers on The Simpsons of the two convicts, right? So, at least that's always been my impression. Those were the two. There was that runaway cow. Look at all these cows. Where are the sheep, though? I will bring you guys all back if I can. All right, hold on. Don't look. I want to get your buddy over. Dude, you two stay there. You guys come over here. Come on, let me get. No, no, no. Where's your buddy? All right, come on, buddy. Cow. All right, everybody, no pushing. It's kind of narrow here. Everybody coming? Oh, another one. Awesome. Our efforts still need to actually get these cows down there to be rewarded, but that's a pretty good boost. Oh, there's a sheep that way. I think I see torches down there. Let's go this way. Oh, careful. We'll get you fed back up here. So we're down to 3. Still not too bad. Guys are all still coming. Should have done the boat thing. Well, then guarantee whichever two you have on leads, the other three are all going to be. Nah, you're coming back anyway. So. And of course, it is now nighttime. We got a straggler here. Come on. Come on. Everybody in. Everybody's safe. And unlike sleeping with the fishes, sleeping with the cows is probably a good thing. Maybe we don't need to, though. Come over here. Awesome. We want the sheep, but the cows are the ones that, man, I swear, I got one good day in. Hang on a second. All right, sorry about that. I didn't mute, but until you guys, well, I should have muted on the mic, I guess. It's just not very efficient. All right, let's go see if we can get these leads before the wandering trader dissipates, which usually I can't wait to have happen. Oh, I was talking about bone meal and all those seeds I had too, and we haven't even planted the crops again yet. Man, I'm an awful farmer. All right, where did our little buddy go? Probably don't. Oh, look at that. Yeah. All right, there's one. Other one is still connected. Oh, I forgot the boat. Dang it. All right, don't go in the lava, trader guy. Get up. Up, out of the water. Hey, farmer dude. Now, I don't know if he was likely to have picked up. Come on. Come on. Let me put this down. Stop stopping right where I can't put the boat down. Oh. Yep. All right. Good job, guys. Have fun. Be free. Appreciate doing business with you. Hopefully, I grow mangrove now. And now that we have these, the leads may help us get our sheep back over wherever they may be found. Let's do a little bit of a cut the corner here because I think we saw more of them over this way. They are naturally camouflaged by the birch. But I know I saw one. Any over here? We haven't even explored that this far. Does this loop around? Are we now on like Animal Pen Island, or is this just twisty turny river that's not gonna secure much? Well, that didn't work out ideally. can see that. Not much of a way in and out of here. Got a binary text message? What that's all about. AT&T. Wanting to give me stuff. Apps. Sure, that is. Like, hey, download our stuff that you don't necessarily really need. All right, so we've got a couple here. I'm wondering if this is the part where we are back to the water that would connect over. Yeah, I think this is where we sheared sheep to start, right? So let's do this. You get in the boat. I'm going to get in the boat with you. Stop the boat there. Now, I'm going to get this. Oh, don't run up the hill right now. Dude. What is wrong with you, sheep? Come here. Come here. And then I've found, I don't know if it's legitimate or not, but I do think that between the leads and the wheat, you have a better job of the animals following you and the leads not breaking. This is kind of awkward. So they may actually help carry this gray guy, which should be great. Going backwards definitely helps leads on long boats. They will break eventually, especially if you're going forward and at speed. So going backwards and having the food to keep showing them, keep their interest, definitely helps out. But I wonder if that's where our cows came from. Dude, their eyes always cast, kind of split outwards instead of being like cross-eyed. One thing, but when they do the little head shake thing while they're swimming, it's a lot to take in there, sheepies. I think I need to spin. All right, yeah, I think we're good here. Is that gray guy still coming? I think he's back there, right? Oh, it's trying to do this. Yeah, he's there. Dude, that shaky, what, like swim dancing? What's that called? The Olympic stuff and all that. Um, I don't remember. You guys should feel pretty special getting brought all this way. Just saying. If I thought the journey over land wouldn't be so much, I would. Uh-oh. Lost your buddy. Come here, buddy. Buddy sheep. Come on. Kind of wish, as well as this is going, I don't mean to jinx it, but since it does seem to be going decently well, wish we'd gotten the black sheep as well. Although if I can just bring it down, we can go a lot faster if I can just put it in the boat. And honestly, I don't remember. Was it light gray? I think it was the lightest shade of gray is the other one we got. Like this is dark gray. There's the full-on black sheep, and then the light gray sheep. So we'll have all the monochrome sheep. And of course, outside of those, the only thing you've got left is uh, pink and brown naturally, and everybody else is a dye job sheep. All right, dude. I was saying how good you were doing. Come on, I know it's deep water, but you can make it. Wool is buoyant, right? It's not buoyant. I don't think. Like cork is buoyant, right? They didn't make life preservers out of wool stuff. It insulates when it's wet. So they're very warm in this water. We're cool. Whatever needs to be the case here. All right. Come on, dude. I see you over there. Let's go. You know what? Fine. He doesn't want to come. We don't have to come. You guys have to come, though. We'll let him do his thing. I will pick him back up. Oh, man. Almost a full day on this. And I am not in Devour anything. I don't have enchanted weapon. I do have an enchanted weapon, basically. A very basic enchanted sword. But that is about it. All right, you two stay, I guess, with me, not the boat. All right, back to the boat. Oh, you thought we were done? No, no, no. Not done yet, sheepies. Yeah, I think we'll be doing one at a time in the boat after this. If they just stayed put. All right, I can see torches. Oh, what? So that broke the lead on the one. Don't need those anymore. Here. You come along, and then you all come get the wheat. And if you... Oh, there's one of your foresty cousins. Let's get him, too. Right here, we gotta just avoid all these ponds. Hey! Sheep! Oh, dude. This is why I wanted the boat part of the plan, because ponds and the little high-lipped lakes. Would you look around, sheep? I know the eyes are kind of wide cast, but let's go. Oh, how do we get so off? I guess I was going after that other sheep. Way off target. Well, a little off. All right, everybody gonna fit through here? I don't want anybody getting stuck. Come on, last sheep. Come, hey, sheep. All right, all the rest of you, all come here. Okay, did I get the four? I did get the four. So boom, 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 boom. Have fun. Okay, all good there. Now we can go back and pick up our stray, who, even if he's now wandering aimlessly, he should at least be closer to home, right? And unless he just made a beeline straight up a hill, should be pretty easy to get. Wasn't he right around here? There he is. Hey, buddy. Think I can get you right in. There you go. All right, let me in. Scooch over. All right, now we can just go high speed. And I think rather than doing the whole cross land, we'll just go all the way around. One more trip to go get the black sheep. Oh, this is a little further than I thought it was. That really does stick out quite a ways, doesn't it? And it's raining. Okay, come on. Up you go. Come on. One more time. Now. This is going to be a bit... No, 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 no. Oh, boy. Everybody back inside. Come on. All right, so now if we do him and her, I don't know, didn't check closely which one's the ram and which one's the ewe, but we will get one of those two varieties, right? So we can keep them at least building up our population of non-white sheep until now we won't. The trick is we won't know until after. Where'd he go? Where's the little guy? He's a light gray. I think he's right over there. Yeah, light gray. So dark gray, we need the black sheep for, and then if we breed the two of them, we'll have a 50-50, either one is a good option, and then you kind of have to roll the dice a bit to kind of try to get a pair of each, and that's when we can expand out our pens. They don't all have to be as big as the white sheep pen, because that's the one that eventually will be pulling out of the die. So having a big herd, flock, right? 10 tour flocks. So, having a big flock of white sheep just allows us to get the initial pair of all the various colors earlier, and then we can, have a herd of 6 to 8 of each of those various colors and not have to dye wool, just clip whatever sheep we want the color of. All right, you get it, are going to come with me, and if you make it down here, you'll do a lot of the work for us. Come on, good sheep. Oh, that was my fault. Should not have done that. Come on. Out into the water we go. No, no, no. I did it again. Come on. Come on, dude. Way out into the water. This bit I should be doing with a lead. Alright. Final sheep. Final animal, really. It will go back through, I think, and probably be ready to feed the cows and the chickens again. Probably go back over and do one more round of crop tilling and figure out how, where, what we want to do for a quick little potato crop. so that we can, I don't know that we really need a ton of potatoes, because we'll have cows coming here pretty quickly if we keep up the wheat. You just chill there for a second. Let's try to feed these guys. Again, awesome. It's nice when it's early. You don't even have to remove the shield. You just kind of... Alright, I know I've teased you a lot with this. Come on. If you get out of the water, you'll move faster. Just saying. Come on. There you go. Who's a good little sheepy? Alright. I had a friend of yours over in my other world that wandered into the jungle all the time. I don't know whatever became of him. Probably still around somewhere. Alright, so now you and you. Uh-oh. Oh, you're not ready yet, so we gotta wait. Someday, dark gray sheep will be ready to go again, and then we will get another, our darker variety offspring. Come on. There we go. It's tough to tell if it's not responsive kind of waiting or if it's misclicks at some of those. All right, lots of seeds. Right? I don't think we have a saddle yet in this one, right? Oh, but let's... Along with these, let's leave the building supplies for these two things. And then let's try to get back over to home before we sleep. Because I don't know that it's really full dark yet. Oh, maybe we can plant the fields or at least be ready to do that in the next one, because having these just lying idle like that is awful. Oh, did that change? I don't think so. Ah! I love being able to look around in the boat, but it can... you can forget which way you still have momentum going when you start moving again. Zoop. Ah, here we go. Indoors on a rainy night. Good place to be. And again, we can just kind of keep an eye out on our buddies over there. All right, now we need a bunch of these. I don't know how many. That should probably be plenty. This time, we will take that off. One transition seeding there. Oh, so that's a stack. I don't know if that was a full stack. I assume they all were, but assumptions can get smelly, right? This is a problem. Slabs fix that problem. We can keep the water around the outside and then put a walkway outside of it. Or could. I don't want to really keep expanding this farm area too much. I guess we'll just have to do this for the time being. Alright, well, 2 and a bit stacks of wheat planted there. I still do not have the hoe, but we can come up and are those both? I don't like these elevated ones. You need to go see what this will yield us for extra seeding pumpkins. Um, I don't know. I kind of feel like we need a shift. And if I use up all the pumpkins, then I have no reason to make a pumpkin farm. Although I still would really like one. Don't see anything to harvest or plant there. These guys must have been in range. Well, again, I don't know what we're getting in terms of a spawn consideration. Still ahead. That's good, right? Pumpkin. Every time. Not pumpkins. No, they're not pumpkins. Those beautiful boys are pumpkins over there. Now, what do we got here? Down. Use this one just as well. See if we can combine these at the end. And there. All right. Now, here, here. All just piling in there, huh? All right, he still doesn't want any more of anything, but that's pretty good haul, I guess. 7 pumpkins. Obviously, we're still a ways off from golden carrots, but you guys will know when I've really, really turned the corner when this one is looking at the same trading stuff that we had over in the other world. I guess while we're here, waste not, want not, right? I don't think we even have a full stack yet. All right. Very good stuff here. Let's get. Oh, you know what? While I am loaded up, I don't know. I don't remember how these work really. To me, they work best when they're hoppering. Why is this one so much slower? Does it do better when I'm aiming at the dirt? Okay, then how do I get this out? If I can get it out. There we go. Oh man, that's awful when it's not not connected to hoppers. And I knew that. I was like, oh man, these are the dumbest things when they first came out. Why would you ever want to do this? Well, oh, that. With hoppers, that all changes and it is wonderful. Way to make something productive out of your seeds. All right, so now we got 6 bone meal. For one thing, that helps our storage. And for another, it will maybe let us see if we're on the right track with either of these things, right? Because I don't know. I think I want to try this. Let's clean this up. Before I waste the bone meal, let's give a little more room and let's try the land one first. Well, not looking good, is it? Okay, now let's go put all of this inventory stuff away. And the next thing I really do want to actually do is go scout out where we actually want to make a base because we've got that lush cavern and I want to utilize that. Trying to get down and harvest some goodies and whatnot. So, dirt. I think we'll keep all the cobble handy. All the rest of that can go inside to our food box. This can come up to our shoulder. That was almost a big miss. All right. All of this stuff goes away. 29 potatoes. That's pretty decent considering we've used some already to spread our piggies. Was 9 the price of a sword? We could go buy another. But I think I'd like to hold off for a minute. Just in case, I know that other wandering trader probably hasn't even despawned yet, but in the event that we can get some random offer, I know that the odds of anything even as remotely good as a mangrove thing that I don't even know if it will grow, pretty slim. But at some point here, making swords or buying those swords won't be a huge expense, and we'll have a surplus, right, that we can work with. So I think we'll try to hold off for that for a little bit. But I tell you what, before we go on this next phase, I think I'm gonna take a quick little break here. Hopefully this keeps in good sync. And we can be right at it. So I'll meet you guys here. I will be back very shortly. Okay, and we are back. Just kicking things back up here a notch. How long I gotta wait for that to come back up? Oh no, come on, man. Oh, not terrible, but a little bit behind. So, I really do wonder about that encoding stuff. Anyway, I think what we want to do to start is put these away and keep looking at the tools here. Sorry, that took me just a little bit longer than normally. I'd washed my like mattress cover, I guess is what they are. Kind of, they're like these. It's kind of gross, right? But like, summertime, it starts to get warm, and I don't know, like this is bad. I wash my sheets pretty regularly. I wash the mattress liner like. I was reading. I looked online because I was like, "How can I put this in the machine? What's the washing instructions on this?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, you should wash this every 2 months." Yeah, right. Like once a year, and it was nasty. Just sweat, right? You have a sheet, and it saves your mattress because if you sweat it all at night, like, and you don't have, well, I mean, sheets aren't really designed for that, right? So if you sweat or your skin cells and all that kind of stuff that your body sheds and all that, they just go right down, basically work their way through the weave of the sheets. I guess that depends on the quality. And next thing you know, you've um, got all that stuff in your mattress, right? And that's where things can get pretty gross. I don't know. It doesn't. To me, that stuff is kind of a little bit overhyped, but it is. There's something to be said, right, for having a barrier, and these are a step between, right? But it's an extra thing, and my bed is old. I've kind of been fighting the realization that at some point I need to get a new mattress. It's like both because I sleep on like a queen bed, but it's just me, and I generally don't sleep in the middle. I sleep to one side or the other, and I've kind of spun it over and over and over again. But it's starting to show its wear, and it's probably 10 plus years old now. So a good life for a mattress, right? But they're like buying cars. Mattresses are the next worst thing to buying cars. Because they know going in, you don't know anything. I don't know. Is there like a ranking of the most artificial stuff? All furniture really goes into that, right? You don't know. You know it's overpriced. You don't really know. You can like go out antiquing and all that kind of stuff, but like hey, I gotta go to a couch. You're gonna go to one of the stores, and unless you want to pay thousands and thousands of dollars, you're gonna kind of get told, "Oh, this is a really good piece," or "This is the sale." And, you don't know if they marked it up because generally, until I guess I'll probably not have too much of that, but until you're like married and working as a couple to decide what do we want our home to look like, and you got to have those conversations. When you're solo, you can just kind of make those decisions on the fly yourself and go, yeah, I like that. I think I want that in my life. I'm gonna, as long as it's within reason and all that, I'm gonna go ahead and get that. And that's a nice sense of freedom. I certainly appreciate that. Um, but you don't. I don't spend as many times going out and repeatedly shopping. When I got this place and I needed a couch, I was like, I need a couch. And yeah, I went to a bunch of different stores and I looked at stuff, but I kind of did it all in a weekend, right? Okay, was this the same tree or was there another tree? I think this was the tree, right? We were coming around the hill. Our spawn is somewhere back up in there. Came around and look at this. We got a cave. We've got a coast. And the question is, where do we want home to be in the midst of all this? I kind of like the idea of being up on the bluff a little bit, looking out. I kind of like the idea that there's the tree, right? So we don't live right on top of it. We live off to a side a little bit. And then tunnel down, as we're making our stairs and that kind of stuff out of our basement, we go at an angle to intercept with the lush caves or whatever's down below. And the trees make it a little tough to see the real contour. I don't know about this. I like that this is here, but we'd probably have to swap it out. And I'd like the idea that we can get a boat in. So I'd kind of like, I like the plane along the edge of the ocean, but I kind of like my home to be where it's a little more cliff to the sea, right? I guess I've never really celebrated the fact that it's. I'm like instantly thinking, well, we can put crops in there, and it'll be. What if we just had a beach kind of area? I'm guessing this was from some of our early tree chopping. Oh, and then did we make the boat and go? I don't remember. Don't remember. Um, this could this could work because we're still in line. We just tunnel down. The sand tells me that there's not too much undercut water right through, but like right here, we're kind of up to this in between level, and we'd still kind of be nestled on the cliff, right? Um, and yeah, we're back far enough. I kind of like this, the feel of this. Now, this is the higher point, right? But I don't think. Oh, I didn't mean to fall off there. I kind of think this level for the home building up and then maybe spilling over as we go taller. But oh, don't you lag up on me like that. I think to start, I want to make use of this kind of ledge. Build a seaside house of some kind, shanty. Not a shanty. I think it's awesome that we anytime you're at a place where you can look out, it doesn't have to be the ocean necessarily, but look out over a vista like this where trees are kind of just coming up to you, but if you're down at that level, they're big trees in and of themselves. I think that's pretty cool. Pretty cool to have such a setting in this world. All right, so here we are back where we basically started the stream a couple days ago. Yesterday, man, it feels like forever ago because we kind of went long. Now here, I think we'll try to do more trees down on the coast probably, but these need to go to give us better access to all the goodies the area has to offer, right? And I'd like to find a way to climb up without cutting us off from this tree. And this one keeps going and going and going. Hopefully this won't, dude. Oh, fine. I'll break some leaves while you make me wait. Game. We're gonna find a Christmas tree, I guess. Just blocking the view, though. Had to go. Poor majestic tree that probably lived here for hundreds of years, and now we have stars out. I'm cutting it down to get the view, right? Oh, this was a big tree. It's well hidden. Its girthiness. Now, if I use the stone cutter back over at the other place, can I turn mossy cobble into mossy cobble bricks? Oh, um, or does that have to be cooked stone turned into stone bricks and then have moss applied? I'd like to figure that out because certainly that's a locally sourced material, and I think we could do some kind of a cool clifftop house with mossy cobble or mossy brick, even better, and spruce wood. Just kind of use the local materials and make kind of a cliffside cabin. I think would be pretty fun. Now, this is a thing because this tree is at its top, right? And unfortunately, it's not one of the most attractive tree types, but we can maybe give it a bit of help here. It certainly doesn't need to go out beyond that. These guys can disconnect, and then I think all of that. So we'll leave that mostly. Oh, I gotta get my bed before it despawns. I don't think we're in imminent danger, but like, what's that enchanted over there? Okay. So I think this is a really good level. Um, I don't want to do too much to the landscape, but I kind of like this line. Should have brought some dirt, right? We had so much. And then the question is, how far along do we want this to run? And I think for this one, length over height might be the way to go. So let's go up to here. Man, I got woken up by so many sirens this morning. I kind of thought they were like all showing up at my place, but I didn't hear anything. And when I rolled out of bed and checked, there wasn't anything really going on, but it was something. A whole bunch of people were trying to get somewhere in a big hurry. All right, so you still need to go, and I think this might be our edge. We may want to leave that tree, but I think this one will come out with all the others, and this might be another big, thick tree. Oh, dude. I hate that when you have a canopy of leaves overhead and they knock you down. They're just leaves. All right, we got a real good supply of wood now, and that will probably set us into kind of camp building mode, I guess. Where we can throw down some chests, start pooling our supplies around here. We went deep. And again, likely have to do some trimming, but this one actually can go too. This is still on our level. And then this kind of creates our barrier where we're going to keep it wooded out on the point beyond our house, right? Now, what I'm wondering is how much of this stuff do I want to take down and how much do I want to leave in place or kind of artificially move and build back up around the edges? Because I'd kind of like to have the stone and wood home kind of set amid the natural rock formations that stick out. If that makes sense. So what I'm thinking here is this is about our closest spot to the sea, right? And we've got this big area, and I think we'll kind of kick this out and level it a little bit so that we've got a big, wider house area, and then maybe trim a little bit through here. But I also kind of, we were talking yesterday. I think Bobby was in the chat at that point. We were talking about attics and walking around, and I was remembering a little bit of split level stuff. And I kind of wouldn't mind that this house follows that contour. So like we have a room here, and then there's kind of not even split level, but just like partial steps following the contour up that bring the level of the house up a little bit as it rises, and we kind of fill in to bring it up, and then it, here we'll have to do some landscaping and contouring, but this kind of marks the the mid height, and maybe we do some kind of an observatory or something out on this end, and then here, oh, if I can get, I can't get back up and around. Then it continues to build back up a little bit further as we need it to have additional rooms. And between here and here, you've got like a ladder or a spiral staircase or something that brings you from what's kind of the lower edge of the house all the way up. And then underneath this edge is where we have the like a boat entrance going in, where we can get in and go through a ladder or a water elevator or something to get us up to the main levels of the house. And maybe if we take some of these trees and kind of keep going, I'd like to have the ridge line, and this back part that's kind of continuing up and maybe, getting built in and around these rock formations, maybe it's fairly narrow, right? It doesn't have to be set up with chests or machines or anything like that. Maybe that's where we have a bed and some of that kind of stuff. The kind of decor stuff we don't use every day or really even go to much after we've had the fun of building it. I don't know. We'll see. What does that seem like though? You guys on board with kind of a high cliffside area? And I don't necessarily want the house to be all the way to the heights, right? Because I like this idea of then trees being up above and around it. So I'm not thinking like super high ceilings. Um, Although I think that there will be some peaks, right? Because I think when I have a coastal taiga thing, you got lots of rain, you got probably lots of snow and stuff in the winter. We're not in a snowy taiga, and I don't know if there is such a thing as a snowy old growth taiga. That would be fantastic. There may be, but I don't know. You'd kind of be burying all the podzol and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we may cut this down a little bit, leave these trees up kind of above, and then just have roof lines of different little segments. So it's not just one big long roof. It's kind of little edges and stuff like that. Um, I don't know. And then lots, as you're looking out on this side, lots of decks and balconies, little pieces that kind of all look out over the ocean. But having this declivity back here is kind of what makes me think, all right, maybe that's what we expand out and make um, our kind of basement access that then tunnels down that way to the side, and I think that gives us enough room to be not popping out as we go through there, and maybe it enters here, goes a little more subterranean as the house is bending at this point, and then doubles back on itself. But this kind of level is what kicks us in. But as I've said, I think this is kind of our starting height. And I think for now, oh, that's not very deep at all. But this will be okay. I don't want to just be in the same old style of building, but then maybe here is where we kick out, and maybe it would be Tell I'm just kind of winging this. What I like to do. You can't do this in the real world. You can't just wing it. You got to have a firm plan before you start. But so this can kind of come back onto the same lowest floor level, right? And we'll have some kind of an entrance here. Again, we're gonna have to figure out what our um, ocean side boat access looks like, and can we then make like a subterranean tunnel for a boat that would go either out this way to catch the channel or all the way across to go into the bay so we have direct access to the village. All right? Because we'll need to spend some time over there while our animals and stuff are going. But here, here we maybe go in and out like this. I'm probably wasting way too much cobble early here. But I'd like to get I may have to break some of that back out again then. Um, that would be a room, and then this could kick back. Now here, I really kind of already thought we're heading back up the house. We're only two stories up. And I kind of like this all to maintain. But maybe we do. And of course, we're not going to have dirt floor, right? But maybe we then have a floor up here. Where this is two layers down. And here we're still doing the edge. Do I have mossy already? I have just a few pieces. That's not the mossy. And this may get woefully hidden. Because again, I'd like to have kind of decks overhanging. And then here we maybe maybe this becomes another entry. There and there. And then that was a little bit of lag on my side. Let's get all this for leveling the upper levels, filling a little bit. Till we I don't think we had any Silk Touch, right? We had a few different Fortunes and Vanishings of the portal tools. And I think this will all need quite a bit of work to not just have it be a Cowell and Spruce monstrosity, but again, I think this can help me map out what we're really looking at here, right? Um, okay, so we some kind of doors over here, right? Well, porch or something to bring us up from this side if we want to be exploring out that way. Because right now, who knows? Some kind of outer wall, either on this line or one out from it, depending on how overly cramped. This is where maybe we go down into a little bit of a turnabout, bigger room to start the main staircase all the way back the other way, but we should be fairly well underground there. And then it's here that I'm still wondering just a little bit. I think I'd maybe like to sleep. And I didn't really want to move that. Sleep here. I think this could be our other entryway, kind of going along the front, and maybe what we'll do is have some underhang stuff here, kind of with a deck where you kind of come along and a wing of the house is out here, maybe on some pillars. Like, what if, oh, that was one too many. And then this would take it pretty well back. How far? How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course it's 5. Everything in Minecraft looks good with 5. Um, that would have one right back here. And that might be cool because this is a little tree and we've got 2 big ones. So let's go ahead and get this one out of the way. Poor tree. I'm sorry, dude. You didn't deserve this, but your big brothers got there first. They won the battle for the sunlight. Um, Now none of these leaves are connected, are they? I think we've got so that should all degrade. And then this is our actual back corner here. And we go um I guess we need maybe one right here. I say ow, that's when it's just holding me with just a touch of lag. One more there. I think we're all good around that. And then here we'd maybe have some more cobble, because this is either enclosed entry with stairs inside or walk up. I think I'd like to have the entry here and then the walk up indoors. And then this is the walk up back on level here. And again, we're going to have stairs on all this. So this is kind of back set. Oh, missed there. And yeah, I think well, why? It's like Skyrim when a companion comes and just pushes you as they walk up behind you. Just totally got the nudge. Maybe ghosts. Okay. And I'm thinking that underneath this is actually outdoor, and we do some, I don't know, maybe back in the back corners we do well, some like mushrooms where it'll be most shaded, and then maybe have some shrubs or some flowers on the outer edges where there would be more light spilling in. But again, uh, outer wall suspended, probably with some kind of a maybe shaved logs. What do you think of that? And that would be the same down here then. And into here. All right. And then the question becomes, I don't know that we really want to do that much further out. We may bring this back after I took down that tree, but it'll at least give us space on the house, because remember, I want to keep this bit anchored on the rocks from behind. And now from here, maybe this is our corner. This would actually work really kind of awesome. If this is our back, we do like a log there and there. And then back in this corner, we'll kind of have the walls of the house built into here. This all could come back down now. so. And then all of this can become floor space. Ooh, I know we're a long way out, but for initial spitballing, kind of starting to dig it. And I do have an idea for what I'd maybe like to do here and one floor up, not with stone, but with different building material. So now we are built in to this stone. I do have some of this, so let's do more mossy there, and then there. Now, this doesn't raise it much, but maybe, oh, maybe we do it like this. All right, so this bit, this is gonna be great. I think I'd want to have the stair piece there. Oh, so laggy. I don't know who we're fighting with. It's only been 2 hours, game. It's probably that we're above this um, lush biome, right? So I suppose I should mark this here like that, and then the steps will be here. This will all become floor elevated a bit. Oh, we did blow through some of that spruce, didn't we? All right, so stairs come up here, and then stairs are going to go again. Um, this was 1, 2, 3. This was 1, 2. I think here, and then there, there to there. Gets us 1, 2, 3 up here and nicely brings us along back over to this edge. And here, this is again going to stay pretty narrow. I thought we were maybe, do I want to go up one more? No, I think I'll pop it up the one more and kind of, oh, dang it. And the post is outside of this. So this is all still internal, which is good. Just the way we like it. And then I think here, maybe as that will kind of come back around an accent, we make like a little rounded observatory type tower that comes back around. So uppermost story, some kind of either a little study or something. And again, I'm not thinking too much practical use, more decorative, and we'll put the guts of stuff maybe down low at water level or something. I don't know. I'm just kind of enjoying the biome, how this looks, that we've got the ocean here. We haven't explored yet, but we will. But yeah, kind of a dream. Now, I'm thinking here, this will be stairs. That maybe we keep. I need to get these stairs in so I don't forget what I'm thinking and overspread. Let's put it right here. That's not a lot of stairs. Okay. Then if we have these guys, we can do something back here where this staired area is maybe we bring this back over, make this kind of overlook the other but be even more detached. That kicks this floor back deeper into that hillside before we even start going back, and can keep this tighter back to the hill so that the roof line and everything will be pushed back, right? We'll have something higher to accommodate these stairs, but down here it can stay low, and this bit turning around can come all the way back into here untouched or unbroken something. I don't know. And I don't think I'd want it much out beyond there. And this would be, again, kind of an extension. We've got a pretty big main level up here, a couple of smaller rooms, and another bigger main level down there. If that even gets further expanded, we'd have a lot of stuff to work with down there, right? So let's fill this in just a bit. And I don't know that I want to take it as far back as all of this. In fact, it may kind of cover, but let's get this last little bit modified because I think I would like to tighten this up to this wall and make this just back into more of that, more of exactly what I initially said. Yeah, maybe it won't be really a split level. This is starting to look very much like that style of construction, but it's okay. So instead of over here, we now push the stepped bit to here. Poor shovel. I don't know if you're going to make it, buddy. These two, though. And technically, those will be covered with stairs. So, since our shovel is so almost done, what a trooper. A little more cobble. All right, and now let's do. Let's see how that gets us. I think all that bit is done. That comes up. This is going to be our entryway. This is going to be our internal kind of overlook, right? We'll have external walls and all that, but I think this might open a little bit into the space. And then back in here, we can kind of cut back in here, and this is where we start shooting down to the low levels, right? As always, let me know if you're lurking, hanging out, you got an idea or thought, oh, it would be way better if you did this. I would love to hear it. And I think maybe I want to keep this tighter out to the ocean, not using all of this floor, and really keep it just kind of a place you go up and go, I want to contemplate the ocean and feel awed by the size and scale of the world and nature and all that good stuff, right? So I think this would give us loads of floor space. And here, we got a thing. I don't want to run around worried about my shovel. So I don't think we need to go too crazy. So I think we can pretty safely kick this all out. This one actually has to be floor space. to accommodate the stairs. But here, I kind of like the idea of phasing into cobble. And maybe... Oh, shoot, I did it again. Well, maybe there's a little bit of an overhang there just to kind of support and transition that up. Wouldn't be the worst thing, would it? And here this can switch out to stone. Again, I think a lot of this is likely to get upgrades as our house goes along. Maybe there's some of... just kind of a feeling of shoring up. Where the natural rock may have been insubstantial. I don't really want the rock suspended, right? That wouldn't make sense if you were building, but where it kind of remained and you just kind of left it and edged out the interior rather than replacing it with wood or something, right? Because that wouldn't make a lot of sense. Here we got just a little bit more of this, and I think I like this idea that in some places we didn't even have to use wood. There was already, I don't know if the cobble works as well for that. Got it here is kind of built-in outer foundation stuff that I'm guessing would be covered. Well, is this our... No, that's our next wall. Maybe when we have Silk Touch, we do a little more with that. I think for now, we just keep that as planks. Are those all our planks? Oh, man. Oh, boy. And then here, I think we're going to have to build up the back, like a little gap, right? Because this is house that has risen up above the exterior, and maybe this just all gets filled into a level. Because for drainage, unless we just kind of make drainage, I know it doesn't matter in Minecraft, but I'm trying to have a little fun with it. That's what I was talking about, though. It's on a cliff on a coast. It has got to be built into the wall, and maybe here is where... Yeah, that's in line. Maybe this is where our... Oh, that's gonna cut the... Well... I was thinking maybe we cut a ladder hole all the way down to here. But what is this? We're at 71 versus 63, right? If our feet are at water. So 8. So we could do just a smaller. How many blocks is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's. I have to go chop some trees here. Let's do this. And 3 of these. Recoup a lot of real estate there, right? So this is 1 down, so now we need to get 7. And that would then become something like this. All right, big old landing wood, stairs going down. We've already got down to 66. And how many more? Well, this could work if we had what, 2 more, 4 more total? 2 more and a base. Yeah, 2 more down and then a base. So 1 more down. And then these 2 become that nice little turn. Oh, may need to leave that back up. Right. Let's go. I don't know when this rain's going to end. So let's go chop a tree if we can. Let's go up and then back across the point here a little bit. This may have been where we did some clearing early. How close are we to nighttime? Really matter, does it? Oh, lovely. Look at that cave going back towards our house. Kind of like to avoid taking the super tall old growth trees. We can grow some of those back up here. Yeah, it is getting dark. I guess because it's nighttime. All right, now that is a big tree. This is not so much a big tree. These also not so much big trees. Gotta watch those leaves, I'm telling you. Wreck your day. Um, saw you, Skelly. Now, if I go up here, are you gonna make a big deal about it? Oh, you know what? We gotta get an axe anyway. Ah, ah. Okay. Don't know. I'll probably need a few more stairs. And then there to there. Some light here. And I think we want the stairs. So even though this raises it up a little bit, we've got loads of real estate going back there. Uh-oh. We haven't really finished cleaning that up, I guess. Alright, here. So much dirt. And there we go. Alright. Ew, that's kind of ugly. Do not like better. Okay, now we are on 4. Yep. And what we can perhaps do is even start to transition some of this into jetty stuff. Maybe even with a little pillar that helps this. So these two stay wood. Oh, didn't go up high enough. And the next ones become cobble. And then from here, We'll see where this gets us. And how far out we have to go, because we are up at the top of the hill, right, and kind of at the back side of the house. So we know probably have a few sections. Oh, there's some coal. Gets clean up. That's nice. Oh, not ready yet. Hold up. So I think I don't know. Don't know yet. I'd like the stairs to kind of come up out of the water, but I think I want that like I want this flat and then stairs at this end where we can come up to uh, a 1 block deep water source and actually hop out and transition in and out of the water, and maybe have a couple of stairs at a deeper point where the boat can come in here where it's only 1 block deep. We can hop out, break it if we want to, whatever, it won't sink. Um, but further on, does that get deep enough that we can actually, if we have respiration, just go swim into the depths, right? But I'm thinking maybe that. Where boat comes up and parks, this goes out, and this is our flooded channel. We have room with that coal. And once we get this kind of cut and figured out, then we'll make a return trip over to the village and go feed the animals and all that kind of stuff. See how we're doing back over there, and drop off just basically some of the dirt. Right? We don't need that over here unless we want to ultimately use it for um, farm expansion out over the water somewhere. However we want to do that, we'll see. I may also put as time goes by, if we leave this as a headland and get into any real excavation-y type stuff, I may cut this fairly steeply down and make that kind of our fields away from the village where we can still go through all those, and have them growing while we're here. I don't know that the village farms are doing anything while we're over here. So who knows? We'll figure that out. But I think this is going to be pretty slick, and I think we want to cut this probably back to here, although that looks a little funky. But maybe we can do some of this. And turn it into I sort of only have 4 of these. Something like this, and then we'll have more mossy or something. For now, it can just be regular cobble. We can see if it grows on us. Here, little window, or I don't know that I want a land door down here. maybe just a window. All right, let's sleep real quick. These cleaned up. No, I can go there though. Like that. And then if this is all at water level and flooded, I don't think we'll be able to go through one eye. So I think it has to be that high, and this will be where the gates sit. And I think just cutting that clear, right? And then we gotta figure out all this still. Let's get lights all around that post. I think maybe on the outer edge. And here, I do think I want this to kind of be stepped, where it's a little more solid at the cliff edge. We didn't want to cut away too much of that. In fact, we may double up that post or reinforce it with, how about this? I don't have any logs. I already made them into planks. But what if we did like a, no, although kind of cool. What if we did like a wood transition to kind of show that we're supporting more of the weight of the house and the cliff and all that? I don't know. We may also want to, I think switching that out to a log would be better, and we may in some way want to show that we've got pilings coming all the way down from the upper house, because right, it's coming across here and through the middle. But basically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all sticking out from the house. Oh, how far? So 1, 2, 2 right there. But it's kind of in this weird transitiony area. And ultimately, I think part of the question will be, do I want to cut this bank even more so that this exists squarely under the house itself, right? Not so we'd have either this or one out being the outer wall. I think keeping it tighter here is probably a good thing. And let's just go. I know I had dirt here, but if this even has a chance of being cut away, or just helps me remember that this is going to be an exterior wall, not interior space, that helps. Um, I'd kind of like all of this to be a deck hanging out, and that could be cut down, and then we'd have another up there. But yeah, maybe. I don't know. I kind of want it. I kind of want it cliffside. I kind of want. Oh, maybe. maybe we just cut it as a narrow piece for the channel itself and back to here, and then steeply rise the cliff back up, and that supports a little bit of the deck. And right here between the inner and outer edges of the house, there's just a narrow cut that goes all the way back up to the house face, and then this land kind of coming down to this tree is left shaped maybe a little bit, but left to kind of flow out from here where it's cut in a little bit because I don't want this house to just be a flat wall right on the ocean, right? I want the landscape, but having the one flat wall would be kind of cool, right? Tell me it'd be kind of cool. So if I was to go, and this is kind of our space, right? And then all of this and all of this may get a boost of rock, but basically it has to just be rock wall supporting what we've cut out or built upon. And I don't know. Make it for me there, shovel. Shovel buddy. Be pal. Keep going. All right, so there we are to our post. This is what we already spread out. Outside of these actual house walls, we'll try to leave this kind of as is, maybe. And then we can use all of this just pushed back further. Man, I'm gonna hate it if I if I don't like this and suddenly want to put it all back. That would be a regret. Fortunately, I usually just kind of keep working at something until it turns out a way that I do like it. So I'm not super scared by that. And you. And then here. Uh-oh. Man, I really needed to make some chests, didn't I? Can I do any more dirt? No. Do that. Alright, right back at it. I'm not I am. I've got more here. Oh, how did that end up only being one again? Oh, because this one was, I was already counting two before I had to. Every time. So I think we kind of get the idea here, right? And then, I don't know why I've been fighting all this. I've got all this extra space just sitting here looking for me to tidy up. And let's chop. Oh, not there. Here. Up. Take a little nap. A little nighttime nappy nap. Okay. Now we can no longer fight the need for this big old double chest. And if we just do that, just that, we're all right. Oh, we got some coarse dirt too. Was that what the Podzol was turning into? No idea. And did I end up with extra planks? No, I guess that's... How is that? They must have fallen onto that stack. Okay, we need some tools very badly. 2 axes. And I can't do the picks yet. It's a shovel I could have done. 1 shovel and 1 pick. 2 picks. And this can go there, this can go there. Alright. I don't think we need the seeds or the copper, or really even the spruce saplings. I'm sure we've gotten plenty of those back home too. What we do need is a pair of gates. Oh, what? Whoop. Whoop. First of all, we need to get this all cleaned up. Gathered up, I guess. Getting hockey-related texts every day. At some point, it's somebody talking. I had to call one of my friends and be like, yeah, I don't know that you've even heard, but you know, we got people coming in from out of town. They were just kind of joking, excited, right? And like, oh yeah, you know, we got to think carefully about our places. And I'm like, I don't really think anybody's too bothered by that, but all of a sudden, non-superstitious people start getting superstitious, right? Like, dude, what's that smell? Are those socks? And it's like, yeah, I decided I couldn't wash them. We haven't. Last time I washed them, we lost, and we haven't washed since, or we haven't lost since. So I'm not washing them. And you're like, could you maybe just not wear them then? That would be cool. But that's what happens when you get down to the final few contests, right? But yeah, so somebody was texting like that, and I was like, I gotta start giving a heads up and letting people know what, because I'm pretty fly by the seat of my pants, except when I know that people are traveling to make a special effort or things like that. And I've said, I've got a friend from Missouri, I got a friend from Hawaii. They're all coming in to play, or play, watch, and enjoy. and they want to see everybody. And some people just aren't aware of it. Other people, they may not be as close. And you find out, oh, nobody bothered to tell me that those people were here. And it's like, sorry, I didn't know it was my place, but I think it's time everybody kind of started figuring out who's in, who's not. So when it comes down to it, and you're like, I think we need to go here to watch this one or whatever. If there's not pushback of, oh, it's too much, it's just not. It's not as good to try to make a big surprise deal out of any of that kind of stuff, right? And I I don't know. I just kind of get the, all right, I'll take one. I'll try to make sure that the communication is clear, and I hope that that works out well for us for this boat. We moved on from the scheduling stuff, but anyway, every day now it's like something is up or something needs to be addressed. Okay, now I do think we'll double up on maybe a little bit of this torchiness. And then, as I said, I think this can maybe get a little bit shaped down. Oh no, I got calls. Hang on one second. Let me just tell these folks that I will call them right back. All right, we got 20, 30 minutes because that person was on his way home, and I haven't talked to him in person yet. So that's pretty cool. Um, and that'll get us up to this kind of bridge time where I think we're between the two pieces will be about 4 hours. So good. Sorry for that interruption. Let's put this back down. And as I was saying, I think some of this okay, that was just me not having my fingers on the correct keys. Sometimes that happens. So I think, just kind of pulling this in where it looks like it's kind of been a little weathered, and we've kind of set it up, cutting it in a little bit more, especially with the dirt, right? Rock, you can kind of anchor and cut down a little bit, but I think that at least for the moment gives it a look. I don't like the rock. I mean, I know these are kind of rock formations and all that, but when they're sitting on a cliff like that, I'd rather have them be rocky formations, all doing their own thing than sprawling all over the place. All right. I don't think I want to do. Oh man, I don't think I want a door there. I think I want this to be water only. Um, I don't know. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. If anything, a gate, a land gate, and a water gate, so that I don't have to worry about mobs breaking them. I just don't want to have to worry about it down here, right? Whereas the doors, you get a zombie in there and he's sheltered from the sun a little bit. He's going to bang on it and try to break his way in, and nobody needs that. So while we're here, let's drop off this. Let's leave, not take wood back. I may be bringing other wood here, and let's leave. We're going to end up making a lot of cobble as we start working on that staircase going down to the depths, but I think for here we're pretty good. I'm sorry. One more interruption here, guys. Oh, microphone, check. Good grief. Well, once it starts, then it's going. Apparently it is 7 o'clock. I got a little later start today because I was working on all that other stuff. So it's a reasonable time for people to be reaching out. But when it rains, it pours. Everybody's now like, oh, I want to get in on that. One thing I had talked about, I don't know if this is really going to be anywhere near dark enough, but let's. I don't think those will go away. I don't know if they'll spread at all. It'd be cool if they did. And I just had those cobble stairs. Now, it will be a huge question as to when and how much we get to actually building this structure up from these floors, right? Basically, we've just got a bunch of platforms now. But we've been working here fairly safely. It it meets a lot of our needs, and I don't know, if I have downtime, I think I still want to hit Devour Anything and keep working on all the builds I have there. And how close these end up feeling to those, um, I don't know what that will necessarily feel like. I think let's just be smart and leave half our coal, but we still need coal over in the other place, and then let's go down. We'll sleep down near the gates here, and then be ready for our boat trip as early as we can be. All right. Oh, boat facing the wrong way. Leave it open in case somebody needs shelter from a storm. I guess that isn't. In that sense, I should have put a door in too, but um, I don't think anything's gonna be running around over there in the middle of the night when we're all the way back over here. But working over here, it looks like those leaves finally decayed, and they were not decaying when we were working over here. It may have just been our boating through the middle of this, but doesn't look like the wheat grew at all. That's fine. It doesn't look like the sheep regrew its hair. That's fine too. And last but not least, we have got nothing on our little mangroves. Let's go. Let's go over here first. Feed the animals. They've been so neglected. But see, this is now what I'm thinking is maybe further back even than that white tree, but that's probably about where we're back to. Um, and if we want to do a lot more building or anything like that over time, something up off a peak like that. But I think this kind of inner harbor edge is where we could cut out and do some fields and terrain shaping and all that kind of stuff and tie it into this whole community, right? You wouldn't put that out on the open ocean. You'd put that in on the protected water side, I think. So just like this, it would kind of be an expansion, but it would be away from the villagers, and I could do the full length crop fields and profit because of it. All right, let's go chickens. Uh-oh, this may be... Nope, they're good. Little chicken didn't have enough time to grow up necessarily, but it looks like they're not going to have too much problem being refed. Anybody? Anybody? We have an odd cow. It's alright. We like odd around here. Alright, so what did we say? We want to get our two darkest sheep going first. Pull everybody else away. And then we've got these two gray sheep. They will guarantee make one of the same. And it looks like we got another black sheep. And, oh, that was a miss. Now we can just keep hitting the remaining white sheep to make more of them that can be dyed to all the various pretty colors and expand our flocks. But especially with that medium gray, we've now got, or the light gray, because it's definitely not the medium, right? Medium gray, light gray. I don't think that there's an even lighter gray. I think it's just the two grays, black and white, on either side of it. So, looking good there. Got the feeding out of the way. It's really it's these two that I need to do the best, though. All right. Well, they're fed. Let's go. Take a look back over here, see where we're at and what we kind of next want to do. Whether that's just bring more supplies back over to the other base and start cutting out that staircase, or running around. We've been talking for a long time about getting potatoes going. Do we want to make that our next project? Oh, we can get that hoe and clean up where all these pumpkins have been planted. That's something we should definitely do. Oh. It would be nice not having to jump into the house every time. We've got some glass. That's handy because that will go in that little boat harbor thing. Keep creepers from looking at us funny. I did not draw. Oh, I picked back up the cobble, didn't I? All right, let's grab this. Oh, we even have some panes. Let's take the panes over. And I don't know. I was kind of thinking like, oh, let's grab a bunch of spruce, but seems early for that. Um, we can just use these wherever we clear pumpkin stuff now. Still maybe be able to put off making a whole new farm area, right? Oh, and I need an axe. Stop jumping around your crops, dude. I know why they get all messed up, because you do that. Stop doing that. Trying to have a society here, man. Society of farmers. Alright. Precious taters are going quick here. Oh, there's some new ones, though. This looks like it's been hopped on a few times. Alright. Those are all covered. I think we got this one, right? Let's go. Is there a field down here? Or is it just the farmer guy? I don't have anything to trade you right now, dude. I'm sorry. No farm. Okay. I'm sure we've looked through all these houses. Depth strider. Be nice. Okay. Everything here pretty good. Doesn't get on the villager regular beaten path, which ends up being the best thing for a crop. But largely we'll leave these off to their own unless we come across something awesome underground or in these caves as we explore them a bit more. Oh, the other thing we wanted to check was, can I do anything with mossy cobble at the stone cutters, right? I knew there were more of these farms around that needed attention. I guess this was the one. Go up the old exploratory path. And of course, I don't have that mossy block up here. And I don't think there's a field over this way, is there? No, just mine. Alright, well. I don't know if we'll even know just from having a single block, but it's kind of a pressing question on my mind, so try to get it answered. Hey buddy, keeping watch. Thank you. And not here. Here. Okay, so yeah, we can just make the various stuff, but we can't turn these into bricks. You gotta have stone and then brickify it and then mossy it, I guess. Or maybe you can mossy the stone and then brickify it. I don't know. But we're a ways off all of that. Didn't have a ton to show for this, but we got a whole bunch more potatoes planted and processed out. A lot of farm damage, so that's good. All right, now what do we need to do? I think it is to the caves. And now we try really hard not to die, because now it would start to sting real bad. This is not the most amazing. This is where we got that initial iron, right? Was there stuff we didn't have the torches to go deep into? Guessing yes. Like this. Armor's in good shape. Let's go ahead and switch this. Because next up, honestly, I think that getting some hoppers processing out wheat seeds would be good. Especially, I don't really want to cut down the tree. Not bothering nobody. Alright, it's just a tree. But I would like to have this quick exit. We may have been up through here already. Did we grab some iron out of there, maybe? Or, there's a lot of chickens. What are you guys all doing? Oh, you're a cat. Go get the chickens. You're fine. I won't tell anybody. You're out of town. My chickens are safe from you. That did not go anywhere. Don't need the copper yet. Okay. Oh. An Enderman too. Oh my gosh, look at all the a little group of them. So if I can, I will take the Enderman. We can see more than his legs. Look at how much nonsense there is up there. I've been burning the oil though, right? This is fully, there you go. Come on up. Now, if he doesn't come up, I'm kind of in trouble. But he should teleport to me, I would think. Okay. Ready for you. I have no bow, no arrows. Come on, man. I don't want to get too far away. Are you like underneath me, dude? Yep. Alright, now. You saw me down there. Dude! Okay, that should make him teleport around. Probably with hilarious results. Ooh, did that... oh, that got somebody. Made an Enderman, man. Now he sounds not in the same spot. Oh. Really rather not have dirt as my primary when I got... Look at all those skellies. Do we think that's maybe a skelly spawner then? Oh, oh. Still got a good part of day. Can I get some aggro and get some of these guys up here? Yes. All right, now catch on fire. Burn. Oh, yeah, that is a nice looking bow. For our first of its kind. Alright, good here. Let's eat up. And then does this connect? Oh, too many torches. Does not seem to connect with anything else, and it seems like we went all the way around it, maybe over it. Hmm. I hear you, Enderman. You're not going to be the same one and suddenly remember you've got a grudge against me, right? I hope. Hey, look at that. All right. Let's try. Do we have light down here? Because that looks rather dangerous. Try to get a little better for when we come back. And I don't think we need to go home. We just can't stay there, right? What would maybe happen if we went home is some of those might despawn, but do we really want that? Or do we want to slaughter them for the XP and loots? I thought you guys were of the slaughtering. Oh, okay. Now, even if even if he's uh, able to chase us, and sometimes they don't do the old sizzle pop too much. All right, so that gets us down a single exchange. Oh, no! Finish with the critical. Get two in. The problem then is you're not really needing to finish, right? You're not getting anything. So. Oh, come on, dude. Are you kidding me? Where is he now? Why? Why is the game gotta be so ridiculous? Okay, well, he can do his thing. No! Every every time. Back to cover. Why these Endermen feel like they can just run around messing with us. I don't know. Oh, and I know one of these times that Enderman is going to come popping out of nowhere, and I'm going to be away from my little hidey hole here. Feeling Naked and Afraid, as the name of the show is, I believe. You guys ever watch that? I always thought it was kind of a gimmick. Like, dude, nobody cares about blurred out naked folk running around in the wilderness. That's I don't know. I like the attempt of additional survival challenge. I just all reality stuff. I really struggle with, right? Because it now you have to try so hard to become a meme of the whole. We know it's scripted and it's scripted, so we're going to make it over the top, and we're going to pander to the shortest possible attention span, and not in any way try to resemble the actual reality stuff that could be going in there. And I don't know, wherever you look to for the roots of that stuff. You notice how I almost dropped on those berries. We talked about that. Um, that along the way there's been a few that have really tried, made the effort to be informative type, um, reality type shows, right? And in some cases, the producers of some moved because it just wasn't viable, right? And um, the only way to fund your project and keep a job and keep the lights on for the production is to go where the money is, and the money is we need drama, we need hired actors and actresses who they're not known faces, right? They may not even have commercial work, but they're trying to get thrown into these things, and we've got to have the crazy personality mixes that become a trope in and of themselves, right? You gotta have somebody that's got to overcome or is fighting a terminal disease. You gotta have somebody who's come out to their family and with a parent that isn't accepting of it. You got to have the young newly married couple or the dating couple that they picked them because there's no way this couple is looking on the same side. All their friends probably know it. Everybody but them is blinded to the fact that you guys have nothing in common, right? As soon as a little stress goes thrown in the mix, it's going to be out there. So I don't know. I wish it was a little more the real people out there, not just being grabbed um, for shock value or for drama to be built in. But I parked it here. I was just kind of finishing up that thought. We made, I don't know, and did we make a heck of a lot of progress, or it felt like we were doing so much, but that's kind of always the way it is when it's starting, right? Everything is new. You're doing great stuff everywhere. But we laid out a cool looking base house area. That'll take some time. We did get our sheep finished up and added a bunch more cows and fed them a few times, and we got some more emeralds and traded those out for what has not yet become a mangrove tree. We'll see if it ever does. I suspect we're going to need mud to get those little things, so probably just money thrown away as a life lesson learned. But hey, that was 1.19 content, buddy. That's right. Even though we have done absolutely nothing else, we're poised now. I think with just a little bit more effort, I'd love to do this caving for a little more adventure, finish up on a kind of a high note. We didn't die. We tried to fight an Enderman, and they both kept running away. The flame sword doesn't help us a whole lot there. Um, but we'll probably come back whenever we do and dive in for more in the cave and at least try to get that basement transitiony area of where our little port harbor thing is. Make kind of an underground room there that we don't have to spend a ton of time sorting out, and then start going deep towards the lush cave. Get some of those resources. Try to get a little bit more and a little bit better, and then we're off to the ocean and checking for the same biomes again. But honestly, we kind of saw them. I'd love to locate them and have them close, but we want to find an ancient city and see some of that deep underground stuff too. So all that is to come. Take care of yourselves, though. I do have to run. I gotta return that phone call that I said I would. You guys have been awesome. A little quiet in the chat if you're lurking. Say hey. Lots of new faces over on the YouTube. I don't know if it was the week, the break, that got me a little push from the YouTube algorithm, or if some of the kind viewers uh, came back around or gave us some shout outs to other folks. Either way, a couple new subs and a bunch new views on the loss of the world. That always helps, right? Oh, Rip World, and then just having the 119 content, new start for a new world. So we'll see. See if any of those folks turn into Twitch chat folks. But if you have been lurking, or if you're checking out one of the VODs, if you're over on YouTube, say hi in the comments. Just let me know you were around and whether you enjoyed it or hated it. If you saw something in the video you think I should be doing better or differently, or have a recommendation, try to be